Hello. Writing a detailed history of the 1978 1-cent penny, also known as the Lincoln penny, and its context within the United States could be an expansive project, but I'll provide a concise overview covering key aspects. If you would like to delve into more specific areas, please let me know. Overview of the 1978 1-cent penny. The 1-cent coin, commonly referred to as the penny, has had a significant place in American culture and history. Minted since the establishment of the United States, the penny has undergone various changes in design, material composition, and production techniques. The 1978 1-cent coin is a continuation of a design that dates back to 1909 and features Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. The Lincoln penny, the penny featuring Abraham Lincoln, was introduced in 1909. To commemorate the 100th anniversary of his birth, it replaced the Indian head penny and has remained a popular symbol of American currency over the years. Various versions of the Lincoln penny have been issued, including those commemorating significant anniversaries or events in U.S. history. Minting process. In the late 1970s, the United States Mint was focused on increasing production efficiency and improving the quality of coins. The 1978 penny was produced in significant quantities, reflective of a period of robust economic activity following post-World War II recovery and leading into the challenges of the later 1970s. The obverse side of the 1978 penny features a bust of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner. This design has become iconic in American coinage. The reverse depicts the Lincoln Memorial designed by Frank Gasparo. This design has been used since 1959 and symbolizes Lincoln's legacy as a leader who sought unity for the nation. Specifications. The 1978 penny has a composition of 95% copper and 5% zinc, with a diameter of 19.05 millimeters and a weight of 2.5 grams. This composition would remain in use until 1980, to when changes in metal costs led to the introduction of a zinc-based penny. Inflation and currency. The late 1970s was marked by economic difficulties, including high inflation and rising interest rates. The value of the penny was affected as Americans began to perceive coins more as a nuisance given the rising costs of goods and services. Coin usage. The penny remained in everyday circulation, but discussions about its efficacy and production costs were beginning to emerge. By the 1980s, debates about whether to eliminate the penny altogether gained traction. Mint marks. The 1978 penny was minted in several locations, with P indicating the Philadelphia Mint and D denoting the Denver Mint. These mint marks are significant for collectors' rarity and value. While most 1978 pennies can be found in great abundance in circulation, certain mint errors or uncirculated examples can hold greater value for numismatists. Symbol of American values. The penny, particularly the Lincoln design, embodies American values such as hard work, perseverance, and the belief in equality. Lincoln is often remembered for his role in the abolition of slavery and efforts to keep the Union together during the Civil War. Literary and pop culture references. The penny has made its way into various literary and cultural references, further embedding it into the American consciousness. Phrases like "a penny for your thoughts" and the idiom "penny wise pound foolish" reflect the coin's symbolic weight in language. The 1978 1-cent penny serves as not just a piece of currency, but as a reflection of American history, economics, and culture. As discussions about the future of coinage continue, the legacy of the penny lives on, symbolizing the everyday experiences and values of American life. To expand this overview into a larger work, consider the following topics: in-depth profile of Abraham Lincoln, explore his life and significance in American history beyond just his image on the penny; evolution of U.S. coinage, trace the history of coin design, materials, and policies influencing currency; effects of inflation, analyze how inflation rates have influenced the penny's role in the economy over decades; the future of the penny, investigate current debates about the 1-1 coin's relevance and the potential for its elimination; numismatics and collecting, provide a detailed guide for collectors, including valuation techniques, resources for acquiring rare coins, and an overview of the numismatic community. Historical significance of the Lincoln Memorial. Discuss the cultural and historical importance of the Lincoln Memorial itself and its representation of American ideals. Comparative analysis of currency. Examine how the US penny compares to similar coins in other countries, highlighting different approaches to low-denomination currency. Public sentiment. Explore the public's perception of the penny through surveys and studies focusing on attitudes towards its usefulness and cultural significance over the years. Material development. Analyze changes in materials used for coinage in relation to economic factors and technology throughout the 20th century. Minting techniques. Provide insight into the minting process in 1978, including advancements that have occurred since then and their impact on coin production. And join me as I hunt for a rare 1978 1-cent penny and see if I can find one that could be worth a fortune. In this video you'll discover the significance of the 1978 penny, why collectors are interested in it, and what makes certain coins rare. Many people don't realize that not all 1978 pennies are created equal. Some may actually hold significant value while others are just common. The 1978 penny is a pretty common coin, but that doesn't mean it's not worth looking at. Certain coins from this year can be worth a lot of money depending on their condition and rarity. You might be surprised at what you can find in your pocket change. Some 1978 pennies are only worth their face value, but others can be worth much more. The key is to know what to look for. The value of a 1978 penny depends on several factors, including its condition and whether it has any errors. Coins that are in good condition with no scratches or damage are generally worth more than those that are worn out. You should also check for any mint errors, such as misprinted dates or misaligned dies. These errors can make a coin much more valuable. People often overlook their pennies, but they can be a great place to start a coin collection. You can find some really valuable coins just by looking through your change. The 1978 penny is a good example of this. Some of these coins can be worth a lot of money if you know what to look for. The 1978 penny is just one example of how a common coin can be rare and valuable. There are many other coins out there that could be worth a fortune. You just have to know what to look for. The rarity of a penny is determined by a number of factors, including how many were printed and how many have survived to the present day. Some pennies are much rarer than others simply because fewer of them were printed. The condition of a penny is also important. Coins that are in good condition are generally worth more than those that are worn out. Mint errors can also make a penny more rare and valuable. These errors can include misprinted dates, misaligned dies, or other mistakes that occurred during the minting process. Some mint errors are more common than others, but they can all increase the value of a coin. The demand for a penny is also important. If many collectors are looking for a particular coin, it can drive up the price. This is why some rare pennies can be worth so much money. Many collectors are willing to pay a high price to add them to their collection. The value of a penny can also be affected by its provenance or history. If a penny has been owned by a famous person or has been part of a significant collection, it can increase its value. The 1978 penny has some interesting variations that can make it more valuable. Some of these coins have a double-struck arrow where the coin was stamped twice, resulting in a double image. Others have a misprinted date or a misaligned die. These errors can make a coin much more valuable. Some 1978 pennies are also made of a different metal composition, which can affect their value. The metal composition of a coin can vary depending on the year and the mint that produced it. Coins made of precious metals, such as copper or silver, are generally more valuable than those made of base metals. The 1978 penny is a good example of how a common coin can have some really interesting variations. These variations can make a coin more valuable and can also make it more interesting to collectors. The value of a 1978 penny can vary greatly depending on its condition, rarity, and demand. Some of these coins can be worth a lot of money while others are only worth their face value. In summary, the 1978 penny's rarity and value depend on a number of factors, including its condition, mint errors, and demand among collectors. By checking your coin collection and looking for rare variants or errors, you might be surprised at the treasures you can find. If you found this video interesting, be sure to check out our other videos on coin collecting and share your thoughts in the comments below.